Good morning. Here's a look at some of yesterday's plays. Decided to take on that emphatic Newcastle lead at half time, and it nearly paid off. We were so close to a very big return for the draw. 4-1 becomes 4-3. Just ran out of time. What a pity. Well worth it for that liability. At one stage, you could have made about a 2-1 risk reward there. Couple of lay the second half draws coming in successfully yesterday. Another great example there, and with the young boys. And we get instances like Servette, where it ends with a win rather than, well, no, that was a successful, but I didn't get on in time. Santa Clara, did I lose? No, I didn't. Took out insurance. That was really about it. Leipzig and Heidenheim, all about whether you took the profit at 2-1 and 2-2 or you didn't. If you didn't, you'd have had a £1.48 loss on the draw in the hope of a 67 quid profit on Leipzig. If you did, you'd have taken about 30 quid out of the market there at the 2-1 or the 2-2. So it's all about options at exit for you. If you're willing to take the hit in the hope of a bigger profit, then nothing wrong with that. But if it does end 2-2, then you're going to have to take the hit when you could have locked it in, about 30 odd quid's worth there. On to today, and it's a very tough opener in the Championship. Top two clash. These two have in mind the likes of Burnley and Sunderland nicking their automatic promotion spot. Of course, a win is going to make a huge difference today to either side, more so to the Blades, who will go top with a win. Leeds will enhance their 5-point gap, 2-point gap with a win again today, and increase that to 5 points. So it's a vital match. I'm not sure having 1.9 odds on favourite makes sense. It's going to be a very tight, tough encounter. It's one of those derby style matches, isn't it? Very tough to unpack. Roma against Monza looks less or more straightforward. Monza right down the bottom there, and Roma 3 points away from 40 and a tilt at European football. Let's have a look at this one. Well, the market looks right, doesn't it? Roma in exceptional form since the 7th of December under Claudio Ranieri. Monza only the one win since the 27th of October, failing to score in 3 of the last 4 matches as well. A couple of 1-0 wins for Roma will be a little disconcerting because that is always the problem when you're trying to nick a 1-0. If your opponent scores, you're stuck. Let's have a look down. 9th against 20th, and all of those wins against 10th and lower at home for Roma suggests they will get the job done today and score between 2 and 5 goals. Monza, trouble scoring that second goal away. It's only happened on a couple of occasions, and they pulled out one win. 1-1 last time these two met. Will give Monza some hope, but they are down, aren't they, really? Too much. 16 of 28, so 12 goals scored in the last half hour for Roma. 10 goals conceded in the last half hour away for Monza. So that is clear cut, isn't it? 1.3. Between 2 and 5 goals from Roma expected. Monza not expected to score that second goal. Eredivisie, well known for over 2.5 goals. Let's just take a look at where these sides are. Helmond and Emmen. They're 8th and 9th, so an opportunity for Emmen to take points off their near rival and take over in the promotion playoff places. So the onus is more on the away side here to take points off the home side, so watch out for that. Young Ajax against Cambuur. Cambuur are 5th. A win will take them to 48 and cement a top 4 berth for them and get them within 1 point of automatic promotion. So plenty for Cambuur to interest. Young Ajax not doing much of anything really. 27th place. Young PSV. The Youngs are not having a good season, are they? 21st in the league. Dordrecht 4th. And again, a win takes them into that 50th place. 50th points and automatic promotion for Dordrecht. So plenty of motivation for Dordrecht and Cambuur today to get something, and for Emmen to take points off Helmond. So very interesting Eredivisie today. La Liga, Sevilla against Mallorca, and we've got a local derby clash, Galatasary against the special ones, Fenerbahce. Let's take a look at Sevilla, Mallorca. Well, sporadic, you'll have to say, with Sevilla. Not putting together a winning run, but winning in turn since the 20th of October. Only the 5 wins. Not looking too hot. Mallorca, well, only 1 win in 5 recently. 2 heavy away defeats, 3 defeats and 4 away, failing to score. Failing to score in 4 of the last 6 away matches. So they're struggling on the road at the moment. Both teams have scored in the last 6 at home for Sevilla. No draw in 11 away for Mallorca. 13th against 9th. And again, not much you can gain. Not really any patterns, is there? Nothing strong. Conceded a couple of goals on 2 occasions against 6th and lower at home and losing. Don't tend to have that second goal in them, do they, either? Sevilla. Look at all that between 5th and 18th, failing to score that second goal. Mallorca in 9th. Again, start coming alive against 14th and lower, playing 13th today. So they might be given a squeak here. But 2 not very readable, trustworthy sides, are they? Very strong second half, particularly the last 15 minutes of either half. No, just the second half for Mallorca conceding. They've scored 80% of their away goals in the second half. It's about 50-50 for Sevilla. Well, Sevilla, favourite here. Very tough match to unpack, that one. The Danish Super League continues, and it's very, very early in the season. There's very little I can offer you. Oh, it's not very early in the season, is it? It's a very extended winter break, which threw me a little. But let's have a look. Viborg and Silkeborg. Both, well, on the cusp of the promotion group. If Silkeborg can get a win, they'll get ever nearer, unless they've already split these groups. A win today takes them to 29. It's not the most appealing match on the planet, is it? Premier League 2. What, expect 2.5 goals in this particular league, all kicking off at the same time to give you an opportunity to practice your 2.5 goals plays. You could wait the first 15 minutes and then back overs, hope for a goal before half-time to cash out, or you could wait for a 0-0 at half-time, back over 1.5 goals, look for 1 goal at least between the 45th and 70th minute, and then cash out of that. La Liga Portugal, 8:15 for those of you up late. Could be worth researching this because Guimarães have been pretty handy, but how do they get on against the top sides? Guimarães, one of the best of the others. You take Porto, Benfica, Sporting out of the equation. But they've been plagued with draws. You can see that quite clearly. Oh, only losing 3 matches since the 28th of October. but only winning 3 as well. Porto plagued by score draws as well. A real trouble scoring that second goal for Porto as well since the beginning of 2025. Only once have they scored that second goal. A couple of 0-0s for Guimarães. Recently against Braga as well. I'd expect that 0-0 sequence to end, but you see 4 consecutive 0-0s at half time for Guimarães. No defeat in 11 at home for Porto. They'll be relying on that home form. No win in 8 away for Guimarães. Quite clearly, Porto, well, the vast majority of their struggles against the top 2, but a couple of away defeats against 13th and 14th, but 100% home wins against 6th and lower at home. Guimarães can be very tough to beat. You can see that with 4 1-0 away defeats out of 4. So watch out for that potentially today. They might just lose. Looking at goal times, and it's the second half where Porto really come alive. And indeed, Guimarães, really good half-time team talks because they're straight out of the blocks. So something for you to factor in if it's 0-0 at half-time. Possibility of strong second half goals, 70% and 80%. 5 0-0s at half-time away, only the 1 at full-time. So we've got a possibility here for Guimarães to keep it tight, but go down possibly 1-0 yet again. With the Allsvenskan coming upon us, got some familiar names. 1.04 suggests a scoreline 4-0 to 9-0. Pick any 3 of those and off you go. So that's it for today. Likely my day off today. Saw some good profits yesterday. If you wanted to join, click on the free trial offer. Give it a go. So have a look there. If you want Premier League research in your inbox and a free Betfair trading course, then sign up for the Betfair Trading Made Easy course in the pop-up there. Don't forget the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@football trading profits. Probably have another live stream soon for you, but day off for me today, having worked the weekend. What looks a tough old coupon. Top 2 clash in the Championship could cement automatic promotion, taking points off your near rival. And Monza just seemed to be lacking it. Roma seemed to win against sides below them in the league. Competitive Eredivisie today. These couple of sides could be vying for automatic promotion with 3 points under their belts. Spanish La Liga, much of a muchness, isn't it? Sevilla and Mallorca, not the best profiled sides. Galatasary, Fenerbahce, derby style match. Bit tough to unpack that one. Bit too early in the season for the Danish Superliga. Whereas no, it's not. Is it? I keep getting caught out. It's not. It was a very, very long winter break, wasn't it? It's not a very appealing match. Typical Monday. Premier League 2, 7 p.m. kickoffs. All good if you want to practice your overs. And that is that, isn't it? So have a great Monday. And don't forget Porto against Guimarães. Seems to be Guimarães can put a fight up, but seem to capitulate 1-0 eventually. So Porto will be eyeing 3 points there today. Have a great day. I'll probably not see members later on, but I'll certainly see you tomorrow for the return of the Premier League on a Tuesday with the Championship League 1. Very, very busy Tuesday evening. Now we're free of the Champions League for a little bit. The English are taking over. So really good coupon. I'll be busy doing my research today for the Premier League and the Championship. Looks a very intriguing coupon. Obvious 3 points for Chelsea if they want to take it. Wolves and Fulham. Well, Wolves outside the top 6. tend to lose apart from when their opponents get 10 men. Good win against Bournemouth. Palace and Aston Villa, tough nut to crack this one, but watch out for Aston Villa's 2-goal habit away from home. And Brighton and Portsmouth, 2 informed sides. Very tough to unpack. Have a great day. I might see members of Football Trading Profits later on, but certainly we'll be seeing you tomorrow.